Good morning, fellow Young Justicers, whatever. This is the one and only Showing Up the King, and I am here to bring you the review for Young Justice Season 2, Episode 13. Basically, Young Justice is the only reason why you want to wake up on Saturday mornings, and I am here to bring you my thoughts and my review for the episode. Alright, so this episode picks up where we left off from Episode 12 with with Artemis, or AKA Tigress. They're trying to figure out how to fix Calder. Now at this point, we have Simon, who is preparing to jump inside of Calder's mind. And again, like I said from last week's episode, we learned that by him doing that, he'll probably be able to learn all of the secrets from Calder's mind, which would ultimately reveal that Tigress is really Artemis and that they're all double agents trying to get into the light. And of course, we don't want that to happen. So, and again, I was sitting here and I was wondering to myself, how are they going to get out of this? Because again, there's no one else that's going to be able to fix Calder's mind. There's no way that they're going to be able to, get him to, Simon to play along. So, of course, Tigress, being the smart genius she is, she uses a tranquilizer dart on Simon, unbeknownst to him, and it messes and scrambles up his brain, and it's supposed to put him out for weeks. Now, when they first mentioned that it would take weeks for his brain to recalculate, I was like, good. So now, what is the plan? So basically, her plan is to capture Miss Martian so that Miss Martian can be the one that goes back in and fixes Calder. All well and good. So, she decides that she's going to go up to the surface, and lo and behold, Calder's dad, Black Manta's okay with that, but he wants her to take Deathstroke, aka Slade. It's again, like I said this last week, guys. I said I'm glad that Sportsmaster is gone, and now we have Slade, aka, I'm just gonna call him Slade. I like that name anyway, and more people can announce to it. But he's gonna be the new Sportsmaster, and he's gonna come along for the fight. And I wanted to see more of him, and we got exactly that this week. That part was one of the major focuses of the episode, but we also have the story going on with the Green Beetle and the Blue Beetle. The Green Beetle is still trying to prove himself to the Young Justice team, which is a smart move because, again, at this point, they've been playing undercover. So what's to say this Green Beetle isn't doing the exact same thing? Before I go any further, there was probably about the 10-minute mark after a commercial break. There was this awesome, just like random Reach Cola commercial that came on, and it had me dying. Essentially, it was just like this corny, like Mountain Dew commercial with kids running around drinking Reach Cola, and the slogan was "Reach for a Reach." It was, and it comes in peach. It was just hilarious. So we had that little moment going on, and the Green Beetle mind melds with Miss Martian, and he kind of knows that she's hiding something, but she also knows her mind is troubled. So he allows her to read his mind, and he actually projects what she needs to know so that he wouldn't in turn go deeper into her brain where she was not feeling comfortable. So basically, they confirm Green Beetle, and everything is okay. This at this point, God, what is his name? The Blowfish dude. I can't remember his name right now. He decides to go with Morgan to Chicago to talk. So they go talk, and he's basically trying to figure out why hasn't she returned any of his phone calls, why hasn't she talked to him. Like he feels that Superboy is stepping in on their relationship, and in actuality, it's not Superboy. It's actually what she did to Calder. And in this process, Deathstroke and Tigress show up to capture Miss Martian so that they can bring her back to fix Calder. Now, this is the fight of the episode, and for the most part, it definitely delivered. Artemis was communicating with Miss Martian, and basically let her know, look, I need you to fix Calder, so we need to capture you, but you have to make it look good. So there's a fight that breaks out. The fight was pretty good, and the best part was just seeing Deathstroke come in and do what he does best, which is kick ass. I mean, he was using grenades, he was using his sword. It was awesome. Like, having him on the show definitely just kicks it up that notch that we need. So I have no complaints about the Deathstroke battle. We also they end up capturing Miss Martian. They put this inhibitor collar on her, and to be honest with you, they kind of pulled that from X-Men. I'm gonna be honest with you. The inhibitor collar was completely a ripoff of X-Men when it takes away their mutant powers, but that's cool. Whatever. I'm not gonna hold it against DC Nation. They put the inhibitor collar on, and the final act of the episode is basically Artemis and Morgan going inside of Calder's mind to try to repair things, to repair the damage to his brain. Excuse me. So they're inside of his brain, and they're trying to convince him that they're here to help. At the same time, they have to be careful because Calder's mind can perceive Miss Martian being in there as another attack, and then in case we get to see Tula and her manifestation in Calder's mind is attacking them. Luckily, Artemis was smart enough to realize that everything was not real, so the attacks wouldn't affect her. But Miss Martian, still ridden with guilt, was not able to do that, so she was taking all the damage. To make a long story short, they're able to finally calm down Calder, and they're able to start repairing the damage to her mind. Now, one of the points that I do want to make mention of, Black Manta, I think in that process, it was about 6 hours that they were in their mind. Black Manta wakes up Artemis and basically says, hey, you've been standing there for 6 hours, I'm here to check on you. And essentially Miss Martian wakes up and she's like, this could take weeks for me to fix. Now, the reason why I said this could take weeks to fix is because that's a plot device. Now, if we think back to the beginning of the episode, the dart she used on Simon was supposed to turn his brain catatonic for weeks. And then now we have Miss Martian saying it's going to take weeks to fix Calder. So now we know that in a few weeks, Simon will be back to normal, and then in a few weeks, Calder's mind will be back to normal. So now we have these 2 points converging, and we're going to figure out exactly what's going to end up happening. Is Simon going to wake up and follow the plan? Or is Calder going to get his mind back so then they can then either escape or get rid of Simon? Who the hell knows? One other thing I do want to talk about before I end this review is Blue Beetle actually was having a conversation with Green Beetle, and Green Beetle was telling Blue Beetle that he's able to control the scarab in his body, partially due to his Martian physiology, but he's also been able to use meditation to go inside and make it so that the scarab cannot take 100% control. So he attempts this on Jaime and the Blue Beetle, and Jaime apparently is saying that he now has 100% control of the scarab. Now, to me, it looked too good to be true, but we'll have to see. They didn't really give us much to go on, but like I said, we'll have to wait and see on that. Now, one other thing that I will mention with the Reach is the Reach, and I didn't get to mention this last week's episode, the Reach is working on their super team, and their super team is going to be called the Ultimates. Again, the Ultimate. Now, their team is going to probably be a little bit different because in the original Justice League series, there was a team that was created by Lex Luthor, and the government was their version of the Justice League, just in case they can use, in case the Justice League ever try to attack the planet, they had their own group of superheroes to defend them. So it looks like their team is going to consist of Static Shock as well. I'm definitely looking forward to that. If we get some Static Shock action going on in Young Justice, that'll definitely hype me up a little bit. But we also have the main portion of the team, which is going to be the Ultimate. You guys can look them up. Wind Dragon is another part of the team. He is in control of tornadoes and hurricanes and just strong winds in general. And then there was the twins. One was water, and the other one can shapeshift into animals. And the last one was Jaime's friend, and essentially his power was he was able to grow his body to huge sizes. So we'll have to wait and see how they decide to do it. But I believe the team was called the Ultimate. But again, I want to know what you guys thought about the episode. Right now, if I had to rate this episode out of a 5, I'd probably give it a solid 4. Another great episode of Young Justice. I don't want to know what you think. What did you think about the episode? Would you thumbs up? Would you thumbs up the episode as well? If you also could thumbs up the video, it definitely helps me out. And also, don't forget to subscribe. This is Sean of the King, the one and only, and I will see you guys with another Young Justice review next Saturday. Have a great day.